Guides, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Galactic Federation, Council of Light, Elementals, Fae, Mary Magdalene, Celestial Guardians, and all benevolent beings on our Holy Heavenly Divine team. Let's get into it. What do we need to know? Also, we're going to re-get into the dream that I had, as well as how it ties into what I experienced today. For those of you that are just joining, for those of you that were in the last live, I am starting over just because I wanted to cleanse and make sure I had everything prepared for clear and concise energy. All the clarity necessary to deliver this message in order to elevate the collective into its highest vibrational timeline. So, for those of you that were in the last live, that one I did not save just because this one I knew we were going to deliver a more clear message, and I cleared out any and all of the negativity that had been attempting to interfere. So, hello, what is up, Galactic Golden Nuggies? We are going to get into my dream. For those of you that were not a part of the last live, it ties into the energy today of those that are being bound with this ritualistic practice and how they attempted to do it again and why and the irony of it all. We're going to get into all of it. But the dream that I had was all of us going to a metaphysical shop. In the environment that I had stayed in years ago, there was a metaphysical shop right around the corner. That was the metaphysical shop that we went to, so I knew immediately that was a sign for which individuals had been attempting to direct negativity. Karmic family energies. So, yeah, judgment immediately. So we all went to this metaphysical shop because we were grabbing what we needed for the eclipse. But the funny thing is, when we all went in there, because it was all of us, when we all went in there, we had grabbed destiny bottles. Each and every one of us went towards our destiny. This is how the lady at the metaphysical shop in my dream explained it to me. Each and every bottle was a destiny, your destiny. And there were bottles with like hearts and stars in it and music notes. So we each grabbed our destiny bottle. Well, there was an individual in my dream that had been staring at us do this, and specifically staring at me. And I hadn't taken note of this individual just because I was so excited to get my destiny bottle and like what was in my destiny bottle. This individual, as soon as I got my destiny bottle, came up to me and was like, "Can I smell it?" Like it was a wine. Like they looked like they were in wine bottles. And me being naive and excited, I was like, "Sure, here." Like, because I was excited. I was like, "Yeah, look at my destiny, smell my destiny." Well, this individual leaned in, sprinkled something in there, and then went to sniff it. And I pulled my destiny bottle back, stared at this being, and said judgment, and this being wouldn't look at me and just hissed. And I was like, look at me, and it wouldn't look at me. So I used my energy to turn this being towards me, and its eyes split so it wouldn't look at me. This thing's eyes were going in two different directions. It would not look at me. And I was like, judgment to its face. And everybody in the metaphysical shop, each and every galactic golden nugget was alerted to this energy. And we were all like, judgment, and this thing. And it wasn't just this being, but other beings in the crowd that were attempting to manipulate our destiny flew out, like Death Eaters from Harry Potter flew out of the metaphysical shop. So let me know that our destiny, these energies were attempting to taint and contaminate our destinies and put us in a position to not even be able to receive our destiny. That's what this signified. Is that wasn't a person. That was a demon. That was something that was conjured and summoned to come towards us. And I'm now realizing that with it sprinkling something dark into my destiny, that may have been indicating that there are individuals that have attempted to put something in our drink, in our food, possibly even graveyard dirt with how like weirdly decrepit this individual was looking. So the reason I'm telling y'all this dream is because it ties in to what happened today with these individuals that I live with. We're all renting this space. But I realized like these individuals, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, had it out for me today. And I knew this for a minute based on how these individuals have been experiencing judgment. But today it was just solidified for me. And if you guys look up in Google what the Ring of Fire eclipse indicates, the Ring of Fire indicates God's judgment. That also ties in with the energy today. So today I was going to go to the gym. And my phone wasn't working, and I realized there's a power outage with Verizon. If you Google what's going on with Verizon, it's worldwide. Like, there's an entire outage to where my phone will not work outside of the house. So I was like, okay, this is God's way of saying stay in the house. As soon as I get back, one of the individuals here Like, God guides me to go in the kitchen, and I go into the kitchen, and this individual is messing with my food. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, well, I was just trying to make space for my stuff, because this individual over here was like, this is my bin, so you can't put your stuff here. And I was like, hey, well, we all live together, so we all got to work together. We all got to share. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to argue about this. I just bagged up my stuff, and I was like, you know what? I will just put mine up here with this individual's, and I will just let him know why when he gets home. And the other individual was like, well, I mean, I don't care if your stuff is touching my shit. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm just going to keep my stuff up here. I went back into my space, and I was like, okay, God. Because I had a negative feeling in my gut. I was like, that was supposed to end differently. I feel like this individual was anticipating it ending differently, more chaotic. So I'm back in my space, and I'm like, exactly, trusting. I was like, judgment immediately. I called judgment. And then I whipped out my Bible. I read Psalms 35, Psalm 7, and Psalms 91, as well as Psalms 90. And I was like, all right, God, explain it to me. And God had clarified that there was lower vibrational workings directed my way to cause me to be chaotic, to put me out on the street. So if I had reacted in a chaotic manner, this individual would have had a reason to state that they felt uncomfortable living with me. But now I have a reason to say I feel uncomfortable. So it backfired immediately. Because this individual, I caught them right in the act of fucking with my stuff, like messing with my food, and then coming up with an excuse that did not make sense. So I immediately was like, oh, no. God, that I call judgment immediately. I want you to look at this. I'm calling judgment on everybody in this house. Like, I was not having it at all. Because I was like, this is unacceptable. There are energies that are attempting to put me in a position to be erratic. Like, explain it to me, Most High. So the reason I'm telling you what was going on with me and the experiences I had, not only in the dream state, but in the physical, is because whether consciously or subconsciously, there is chaos being directed towards us before this eclipse in order for things to go in somebody else's favor. They're praying that we sabotage our own destiny so they can infiltrate it. Destiny swap and a transfer of energy. And let me explain why. These individuals are put in a position to reap every ounce of karma for, it's a consequence. Every ounce of karma for how many years they had been directing these attacks towards the collective and others in the lineage. And others involved are also being manhandled by this judgment. Any individual that was involved with these ritualistic practices are being outed and facing the consequences. But let me tell y'all the kicker. So if this is a karmic narcissistic family dynamic that we're doing rituals on you for years, you are not the only one in your lineage that held light that they stole. If you saw individuals in your lineage lose their mind, pass out of nowhere, or were not wanting to be here and then took their own life, this is why. Or you saw individuals crash out of nowhere, this is why. If you, like, the best way to explain this is you acknowledged how intelligent, how beautiful or handsome, or how ethereal certain energies in your lineage were. If you think back to energies that have lost their mind, that have gotten sick, had a stroke, an aneurysm, when you look back at those individuals, they held light, didn't they? And when you look back at the individuals that had surrounded you in this karmic family, they didn't, did they? You can always tell by the lack of light in somebody's eyes. These karmic energies had offered up more than just you, but they are receiving the backfire for more than just you. You were the straw that broke the camel's back. What they didn't understand is whatever they thought they were going to receive off your energy, they weren't. Because there were individuals behind the scenes that knew exactly who you are. That you're a celestial divine being brought forth by the Most High, so you are prime supply. So there are elite beings, whether they're secret societies or, like, let's say Illuminati, Freemasons, Skull and Bones, Golden Dawn, whoever was behind the scenes, these were directing these energies to lash out at you, whether physically or subconsciously, whether with like MK Ultra, or they were paying these individuals or promising them something. But there were individuals other than your karmic family and your karmic ex that wanted your energy, and it was like a 2-for-1. They were going to get you as well as everybody else that wasn't going to make it to being able to enjoy what was going to come off your energy, if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. So we're going to read on all of it, because there were individuals that were betting on you not making it because they would have got every one of these people's souls, including yours. And these individuals that are behind the scenes have continuously reincarnated into a position of power. And this is how they've done it. They've continually, it's like the bots from the Matrix, where the bots are reacting negatively to Trinity and Neo. These bots were karmic family members, karmic friends, karmic exes, all that were doing these ritualistic practices on you, not realizing that they were going to be a part of it. They were going to be sacrificed for others that were going to use their energy like their souls, and your energy, your soul, in order to continually maintain a position of power, not only in this lifetime but the one after. Because there are certain souls that I've seen, the Most High has showed me, that have continually bypassed karma by doing this. And they're not doing, like, this is the lifetime and the year that all of this gets shut down. Like I said, Diddy is the first domino. Heartbreak. We are the wave that not only awakens the world, but shuts down the darker corruption that's been going on for lifetimes. There are individuals behind the scenes that have continually maintained, like the 1%, that have continually maintained most of the money in this realm, most of the abundance. And you guys know that money is a very high vibration, a very high frequency. So these individuals have maintained high frequency additives to their reality, what looks like blessings, by offering up not only light workers, but everybody that attempted to take out a light worker, but did not know that they were the offering as well as the light worker. So there have been bets on light workers' heads, you may resonate heavily with this, like John Wick, where whoever gets the light worker, you get this, and this, like promises. Some of you have had these individuals come at you because of what they've been promised, not knowing that they are also an offering. Anybody that accepts coming after a light worker in order to take down and antagonize a light worker, including practitioners, are the offering. That is what is hilarious, is these individuals are getting hit with the rest of this lifetime worth of bad karma, as well as every elite that was connected to this. Our ancestors got beef with their ancestors, in other words, and this is ancient beef. Any light or any darker elite energy that was part of programming your lineage to be stuck in a cycle, is, with the cycle being broken, you being the generational curse breaker, the generational chain breaker, is also your lineage, your clear, cleansed royal lineage and DNA coming up against these darker elites that had instilled these programmings within your lineage, using them to enslave your lineage in order to keep a certain cycle going. So this is not just karmic family, karmic friends, and karmic exes. This is ancient beef with beings that have held a position of power, and you being the light worker that you are, you're the one that broke through the program, illusions, and curses in order to combat darker elite energies here. And I know that's a lot to take in, but for those of you, he is rising. He is risen. He is risen. For those of you this is resonating for those of you that are light leaders, your frontliner energies, this is your message. Because you now understand why you've been challenged by secret societies, why you've been challenged by so many individuals that were willing to go across the world to find some practitioner that could take you down. This is why. Because with this karmic family getting hit, so do they. And they thought this was a game. They thought this was funny. That's the kicker here, is these individuals have been doing this for a very long time to multiple light workers that had fallen. And any energy that had caught on to this didn't make it far. You are the only one that has not succumbed to the chaos magic, the voodoo, santeria, like anything that they could throw at you, anything that they could throw at us has not taken effect. And that is what is terrifying, is we are the example that God is using to display God's power and God's wrath, as well as the blessings that come with standing in your divinity and walking the path of the straight and narrow. God is saying, I am real. Through our experiences, through our trauma, and through our overcoming, God is displaying power. God is displaying the fact that I have seen, I have heard everything. Everything you thought you got away with for years, for lifetimes, I have seen and I have kept track of. This is the lifetime that all comes crashing down. For those individuals that had been using others as stepping stones, building upon the blood and bones of the innocent. Building upon the blood and bones of the innocent, including innocent animals, because any individual that was doing some type of animal sacrifice is heavily under judgment. I'm sorry to say it fierce like that, but like this is, yep, look, misfortune. Oh, lifetime, whole rest of this lifetime, if not other lifetimes of misfortune. And they really wanted us to be marked as insane or incompetent, and what did I look this, and paid to have this happen. So again, what is going on with your karmic family? It all goes back to those that were expecting to receive not only your karmic families and karmic ex's energy and soul, but yours. You getting away put this entire group under fire. So it's not just your karmic family. It is literally any organization that was working behind your karmic family that was excited, enthusiastic about what they would receive off your energy. You are a massive light here. And there are multiple energies that want to siphon off that light, that want your destiny. And they can't have it. God said they can't have it. They can't have you. Exactly, it is giving John Wick vibes. That's exactly what this is. And there were multiple bags placed upon the heads of those of you resonating with this that were unfulfilled. Somebody's not getting paid. And somebody that got paid took off. And individuals that wanted to hide behind the scenes or hide behind their status, their mask is being ripped off. So you're going to have even more individuals in the limelight exposed. And this is why. Because they're no longer receiving energy from outside forces. They're no longer, quite a few of us, if not all of us, are no longer even going to concerts because we realize those concerts are rituals. A lot of them are. We're not reacting to outside energies that are attempting to put us in a chaotic energy because we understand we are above it. Nothing that they are doing is working. What is it with this? And we're talking about, they showed me the Ring of Fire. God's judgment. How many lifetimes of bad karma is going to be placed upon the heads of those that continuously came for you? And it's something that needed to be done by this Ring of Fire. By this eclipse that's backfiring in this moment. They know this ended poorly because they just recently paid for something. If you've been gang stalked like a motherfucker, don't even pay the gang stalkers any mind. This is why. Something incredibly good is about to happen to you. Could happen on this Ring of Fire. I also on Google saw that there are more celestial events that are playing out, including, I believe they said it was a meteor or a ship. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they said it was a celestial ship of some sort or a celestial meteor that redirected course towards Earth. I'm pretty sure they just clarified that we have life. Well, of course, they already stated we have life outside of this Earth. We know this, but coming towards us. Like we called it in. And yes, there recently was a comet. I also channeled that. I said there were going to be more celestial events like the comet that was over Spain. The most recent comet, like I channeled, was over Texas, Mexico. Interstellar comet. Yes. So if you guys, because they're talking about I believe there's another planet that's also been discovered. Hold up. Wait a second, because we got to get into it. Let me see. Hold on. I want to see the events. Oh, there goes the window. I will have to look these up for TikTok and post about them later over here because I don't want you guys sitting there forever while I'm Googling. But I know there was quite a few events that were happening that indicated how we have raised this planet into a higher vibration. So I'm going to post about it later because I know that the meteor came, and I know there's another one that they talked about that redirected course towards Earth. One that I believe they stated had life upon it. But I will Google it. I will let you know. But this is about them understanding with everything that has occurred, how the planet has not only raised in its vibration, but is assisting light workers. There is no earthly magic. There is nothing that can affect an earth angel, a celestial earth angel, one with the cosmos as well as one with Mama Gaia. These energies are panicking because of what has been redirected their way and what they cannot escape. Many, yes, indeed, many changes to come. And we're seeing, this is just the beginning. There was a timeline shift. Yes, there was. What did I just say? Look at this. Magic, oppression. This is the binding. God is coming through and stating these energies have now been oppressed with everything they directed for years. And like I said, this was not just upon you. This was upon energies before you that had fallen, that had succumbed to this. Spirit said that's the truth. God said that's the truth. This is not our war. This is God's. This is God's wrath. God's glory. So this is beautiful. Because this indicates that every experience is upside for each and every one of you that has been working to break these generational Cain and Abel. Some of you may have had a sibling rivalry that has come to a completion. Each and every one of you, worm food. What are y'all channeling? Hold on, I keep trying to work that 5 funerals. 5 funerals. One has already fallen. Damn, okay. 5 funerals, one has already fallen. A display of God's power. They should be afraid. With as many times as they have done death spells. Redirection of Anubis. The weigher of hearts and those that have been weighed, that have failed, shall meet the face at river Styx. That is their judgment. This bracelet for your eyes. Coins for your eyes. I'm sorry, that was brutal, but that's what just came through. There are energies that are not going to make it. That is their judgment. Yeah, river Styx. Something about these individuals attempting to bind your soul and cast it out of your vessel. To have something overtake you. They needed something to possess you so that you would act erratic and be a danger to yourself and others, so that you would be the one that is oppressed, but they are the one losing it. Somebody is crashing out. Somebody is crashing out. Princess of Swords here. Because you took action in the way that you were guided to take action to redirect energy. If you are feeling anger, if you are feeling irritability, if you are feeling anxiety, paranoia, fear, redirect it. Call it out. Not only ground yourself, but return to sender. Whoever is sending, like, this is not your energy. This is what they want you to feel in order for you to recklessly or impulsively do something reckless. And now somebody else could be an ex that is going through this. Somebody's already getting hit, like right now in this moment, that's scaring others. With the way that they're acting or the fact they're in the hospital, mental hospital perhaps. Somebody has already crashed out. So if you're feeling this, they're trying to desperately direct this your way to save someone. And somebody knows with who's been hit that they're next. And the reason this is relevant for you, because it's up to you not to succumb to this. To listen to guidance in order to maneuver past every trap that had been set for you. Because they set a lot of them. This is a desperate attempt to get you to swap destinies before this eclipse. So it is up to you. And I don't want to direct any type of fear. I don't want to be a fear monger. But like, you need to understand, if you are feeling an immense amount of fear or paranoia, it's not your energy. Somebody wants you to do something reckless, or to, could be even have some type of heart attack because you're so afraid. This is definitely a practitioner's working. There's some type of illusion that, like, bunch of traps that hold illusions. Kind of like the Tracker Jackers from Hunger Games. How when the Tracker Jackers sting you, you succumb to some type of hallucination. This is what I think they're putting wasps in their voodoo, or it's something to do with like paranoia and pain and anger. You know how wasps get pissy, they get angry, and they just go stinging every fucking buddy. This is what they want you to do. Like, this is some type, this has got to be wasps. Let me see. We gonna look it up real quick. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm gonna Google what wasps do in voodoo. Let me see if it wants to work for me. Wasps in voodoo. The zombification. Y'all know how I was just literally, exactly, I was literally channeling they want something to overtake you. Wasp voodoo rituals, venom cocktails, and zombification of cockroach hosts. So they may have been using a cockroach as you, and then using this wasp as what they wanted to overtake you, the venom they wanted to overtake you. The wasp lays eggs inside the paralyzed body of an insect. Ew. Voodoo wasps, parasitic wasps that get the name from their unusual method of killing prey to zombify it. Ew. Ew. What is this? I want to know what they do in voodoo. So this was about overtaking you in order to overtake your destiny. And fusing you with poison. It's also, they use it to hex. So this is a hex and jar. Hex and jarring. Ew. Ew. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Judgment. Its venom is meant to not only paralyze and zombify you, but put you in a state of pain and paranoia. Pain, paranoia, and paralyzing. I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Judgment. So they needed you. I feel like the paralyzation, to paralyze you would be to oppress you, to get you in a situation to where you wouldn't be able to move. To bind you in some type of way. But it's based on your reaction. So somebody needed you heavily reactive. Heavily reactive. Yep, so you will fight people. I knew it. So that they were fighting over your beginning and your harvest. You were beginning to receive your harvest, or you're about to. There's something coming in for you. I told you, this eclipse is going to bring you in the good dharma you've earned. While they're receiving bad karma for all the years that they have done this, all the lifetimes they have done this, you are receiving good dharma. Your good dharma. Breaking through these generational curses, and it's backfiring upon those that are no longer getting souls, no longer getting energy, no longer being poured into. So again, this all leads back to energies that were laughing at the way that they were instigating conflict within lightworker lineages, not only to bring down the lightworker, but everybody associated with bringing down the lightworker. This was a lot of souls on the line that have been freed with one soul, one light worker. You freed those that have fallen before you, and you're not going to want to hear this, but even those that had come up against you, because their soul was meant to be used as a sacrifice. They just didn't even know it. And this is why the attacks have been so heavy on you. You're the key. You're the one that started all of these backfires for these individuals that got away with this shit for lifetimes. And I know, for those of you, this is only for those of you frontliners that are woke, where you're like, nah, I know that. I know exactly why I have all these organizations up against me. Why I have all these hoobly jublies doing musky muskrat moon magic and mad as a bitch. This is for those of you that are like, yep, I'm the generational curse breaker. All eyes on me, Tupac energy. Now you know. It goes deeper than what you thought it did. Because you are releasing those that, when it came to their energy, feeding those in power that were mocking and laughing. Not only us, but those that thought they were going to receive off our energy. This is a whole, like, game to these individuals, but now they're a part of the game. Now they're in the game. All of this fell on magic. They wanted to fuck up stability or something stabilizing in our reality. So this means that there is a homecoming. A homecoming. They showed me like a homecoming dance. This is something that is going to make you dance, but it's also something like a fairy tale. You know how homecoming dances look almost fairy tale-esque. This is something that you've been praying for. Prayers answered. Yep, fertility. Because they weren't able to swap your destiny, take from your destiny, or taint your destiny, or have you sabotage it. This is also them wanting you to be homeless. If these individuals tried to do something towards you to put you in a position to be homeless, or you are currently homeless, you're not about to be. And if you are not, but they attempted to put you in a position to be homeless, you're not losing your space, you're getting something bigger. You're about to go through a massive transformation based on what these energies were unable to steal from you. Ugh. I can feel the disdain from these energies because they know what they're about to experience. This is these individuals even trying to fuck with your, I'm hearing orders, Amazon orders. Something that was to be delivered, or something that you were going to put your hands on, or something in your yard. These were desperate attempts in order to influence you with magic. Influence, that sounds so wild, crazy, like magic, fucking Avada Kedavra, like, it sounds so fucking stupid, but this is literally what these energies were betting on, is magic. Alright, practitionary work, where you outrank these individuals. Something they were placing, it worked for you, not against you. And the fact that these individuals were like, let's go LARPing as Lord Voldemort, like, really fucking chaps my ass right now. If you are homeless, you're not about to be. You're about to, a prayer has been answered with the fact that you followed instructions, you followed guidance. And this is working, whatever was directed is now working in the favor of the collective, because it cannot infiltrate the divinity. It cannot infiltrate your energy. Just like in my dream where I was like, judgment, and that thing wouldn't even look at me. And then when I was addressing the situation in the kitchen, he couldn't even look at me, which lets me know there's something lower vibrational connected to him. That's why I was like, it's not even worth I'm gonna just go cleanse. It's not even worth my time. Whatever this is, it cannot look at you. It cannot infiltrate your energy. It cannot place something that is untransmutable in your space. So whatever this is has instantly been alchemized and decoded. Just like in my dream where he sprinkled something in my destiny, but I used my golden energy to basically turn those sprinkles into gold. I used it to transmute what he had placed in my destiny. So this is letting me know that anything that has been placed upon, like packages, anything that has been placed within your reality, anything that has been directed towards you, if they're trying in this moment, it's going to turn around in our benefit by the eclipse. Whatever this is, if this is like they're attacking finances, our minds, this is an upgrade. Prepare to transform. It could very well be the mind. Wisdom, which is enhanced intuition. You're going to know, you have access to an understanding and a knowing of what these individuals are going through and about to go through. Because whatever they've directed has left a portal open for us to perceive what's going on in their reality, but not for them to look into ours. I just heard they gave it to you. This is also, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. What they wished to happen upon the collective is happening within their life. And some, not all, are going to be able to see this physically. Or you're going to hear about it. Confusion. Illusions. Something about a snake being in this too. This is how many things they've tried. We've got a snake in one cup, a heart in the other, a crown in the other, a castle, and a skull, as well as a wreath. And a ghost covering. This is the amount of years for some of you these individuals tried, as well as what they're about to get hit with. The skull, death. Snake, hex. Something about trying to stop your rebirth and transformation as well. The heart, illness, sickness, infection. I rebuke it all in the name of Jesus. As well as your manifestations. The wreath, marriage, a union, your divinity. The crown, your intuition, your royalty, your DNA. The castle, your destiny. What you built, your foundation. And for some of you with the ghost up here, what's been covered, it all started with somebody being paid to walk out of your life or to hurt you. This is also what you don't see. They wanted to cover your third eye. Something also about covering your strength, covering your form so that you wouldn't be seen. All of these cups is everything they worked against and everything that you're receiving. I'm gonna claim this too. Everything we're receiving. Judgment immediately. This is all that is backfiring upon all those that orchestrated this, but also that we're watching this happen, we're a part of this, or we're mocking this. Like I said, there are individuals in the background praying that this happened to you so they would be able to receive everything on the board. Not just yours, but everybody that was up against you. Because nobody, like that, none of these individuals were supposed to make it to a certain level. They didn't want these individuals reaping any type of luxury, any type of fame, any type of fortune. They would be able to enjoy it for a little while until they all turned on each other. All started eating each other, in a sense, with what it is they got off your energy. And they weren't ever supposed to see who was behind this. They were all supposed to go after each other and all eventually end up in the grave or in a position to where they had given up. So anything that they were meant to receive off our energy would have been fleeting because there were bigger hands at play here. And these are the bigger forms that we are up against. This is why we've had overseas work done. So yes, there are karmic families, like individuals in this karmic family that have traveled. But it goes far beyond what these energies had access to. There are others that had access to heavy hitters. And these heavy hitters have been taken down. Any paid practitioner is experiencing mass towers. Mass backfires. Two of Cups and Fortune. Explain this to me. Somebody was also involved as a handler, Queen of Pentacles, to keep you from ever reaching this fortune. Somebody was meant to convey a certain energy to you to make you perceive them as a counterpart only while they were siphoning off your energy enough for something to take effect. We've talked about this individual before. So you need to know that you're going to see whatever individual, this is what this person's afraid of. Whoever was attempting to convey a counterpart by manipulating energy, specifically our energy, or manipulating others' energy to be seen as this, is having this backfire massively, where everybody is going to see them as what it is they are. Because they've been doing this for a very long time to maintain a certain face. This person may be crashing out. What you need to know, handlers fired, literally, yes. Literally, not only are the handlers fired, everybody that had a hand to play in this have poured in. You're receiving all that they have poured in while they are reaping all that they have done back on, all that they have done to you and others back onto them. So any energy that was, y'all know that money, currency, is currents of chi. You have transmuted any energy that was paid for. Anything that was paid for has been transmuted, which means if you're alchemizing this, you are alchemizing currents of chi and integrating it into your energy, inner chi. So any bag that was placed upon you, any amount of abundance that was put on your head, you are receiving. And some of you, there were some heavy hitters that were paying for shit bag after bag after bag that you alchemized, which means we talked about this on TikTok. You alchemized bag after bag after bag. So if they put 700 bands on your head and you transmuted 700 bands of lower vibrational working, you are receiving in this lifetime 700 bands. This is how this works. As above, so below, as within, so without. Your internal your inner chi is now becoming your reality. And you're about to have it. These individuals are about to be exposed, while what's about to be exposed to you is everything that you have received. Yeah? Millions, billions. Everything that was placed upon you, you're receiving, that you have transmuted. Not only that, but there are gifts of ancestors in the lineage that have been freed, that had fallen to this work, that are also blessing you with the fact that you have alchemized everything they went through. So every bag placed on their head that took them out is also being given to you. It comes with breaking the generational curses. So some of you in here are about to be extremely, they said not some. Those of you that resonate with this message, you are meant to make a massive kingdom impact on this planet. The first now come last, and the last now come first. For I feed my people, and my people are meant to feed those that follow. Damn, I just got goosebumps. This is a new world with a new world order. All is going according to plan. Those of you that receive, you understand why you're receiving what you are. It's not only restitution, restoration, and retribution, but it's for you to free those that wouldn't have made it otherwise. You're the ones that give other light workers a chance. Too many times, souls have been kept in a state of bondage from achieving the destiny I had laid out for them, while others thieved it. With those of you that have ascended the planet into light, this has been seen, spotted, and spread. Make sure to convey this message so all those that understand their purpose will not forfeit it for others' greed. You see it, now you share it. You see it, now you share it. We got energies walking away. What you don't see is there are energies that are walking away from this. Not walking away from God's wrath. They're running from God's wrath. But they're walking away from challenging. You are to take this position and build abroad for others. They're showing me multiple kingdoms. Kingdoms built upon, ships coming in. Kingdoms built upon divinity. It's kingdom impact. Wealth transfer and a kingdom impact. This world will be different by 2035. Something specific about 2035. This world will be different by 2035. Okay. Sacrifice out sideways. Ships are coming in, sacrifice, walking away, what you don't see. Somebody's no longer attempting to sacrifice your energy. For those of you that channel is for, you're picking up what the Most High is putting down. What is playing out now puts those that come after us in a position to not experience what we had to because of what's been exposed, the light that we've integrated into this planet, and the positions that light workers are finally being given. This was centuries, lifetimes of dark elite energies and power. Like we stated at the beginning of this live, the 1%. How they continually kept hoarding all of the abundance. Why it seemed like the same faces were maintaining wealth, were maintaining status, were maintaining recognition. But God is changing all of that. We've changed history, but we are history. That's what this is. Her story and his story. This is why it's imperative for you to share your testimony. I heard every knee will kneel. Every knee will kneel. Because they know that God is real. Every knee, I just got goosebumps. Every knee will kneel because they know that God is real. Oh, this is, woo! I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. This makes me excited. Because it's like, this is the Most High conveying. Our stories are going to indicate not only what we, like, it's going to indicate that God is real, but it's also going to show that, I know this is going to sound intense, but it's going to show that nobody can escape their process. Nobody can escape their healing. Nobody can escape the Most High. That's literally what this is. Every knee will kneel and know that God is real. So everything done behind closed doors that these individuals, they want to explain the way that we have overcome. They want to explain us surviving and eating through like poisons and eating through illusions as something else. They don't want to give glory to the Most High, because if they give glory to the Most High, everything they did, they can't run from. Everything that they did has been seen. That's what they don't want to admit. It's not that they don't want to admit that God is real. It's that they don't want God to be real because they don't want their transgressions exposed. They don't want to know that they're going to hell. They don't want to know that they will live through hell before their soul goes there. They don't want to know that they have bound themselves to something darker that at first they took as a joke. That made them feel powerful because they thought they were in control. Oh, that is deep. Creator of all things is in control, and that's what they have to admit. We got love. The world is gonna love you in the way that I love you, is what I just heard. This is individuals that were using darker forces to feel like God, only to realize that they are powerless. That this darker energy, the power that was gifted to them was an illusion. That true power comes from the Creator, and that's what gives you the gift of creation. And being a direct extension of the Most High, this power is gifted. And coming up against those that have not fallen, have instilled within these beings, that power comes from the Creator, comes from Source. And that what they thought they had was an illusion. This is all crashing and burning internally before externally. The illusion of power that these individuals felt like they had but no longer obtain has put them in a state of fear, with their worst fears becoming a reality because it's God proving a point. I can give, I can take away. But this is also allowing these darker energies to consume without lending a hand. You're going to see the type of carnage these entities can do without my light there. This is intense. Because you were warned. Something these energies tried to put in your cup in order to covet themselves with your energy. Smoke and mirrors, exactly. And it's been dismantled. I hope y'all are picking up what the Most High is putting down, because this is a very deep message. This is not for everybody. This is for those of you that you've been up against every type of opposition, only to understand later that it is all an illusion compared to the Most High. Everything directed cannot take effect unless you believe that it has power in your reality or over you. Understanding it and transmuting it and integrating it and alchemizing it only assisted in the ascension of the collective in this world. Protection. Decision. Ooh. A decision on your protection. And I just got a notification that came through that just verified blessings. I'm gonna be honest. I just got out, like, I wasn't supposed to get a refund for something until tomorrow because I hadn't received it. So I was like, you know what? This is God's way of saying, this is not supposed to be part of my experience. It's fine. So I requested a refund. I wasn't supposed to get it till tomorrow. It just came through today. So there is energy that is being redirected while we are getting a refund of every experience that we went through in order to elevate this world, each other, and our own souls. I just heard restitution, restoration, rejuvenation, and redemption. Protection. You're protected from being out in the cold with the decisions that others had made. Others gambled. This was a gamble. That just, y'all, I just talked about the refund. This was a gamble these energies took that's going in our favor, where we're going to be receiving something that we didn't expect to come through as quickly as it does. And it is. Ooh! Because God, this is God's love right here. This is also our cup runneth over. You see how the cup is runneth over? Our cup runneth over. We talked about this on TikTok. I believe Saturday. We talked about it Saturday. God is always good. This is more than just good. This is great. God's about to be really great. Because in all the ways that we have been stripped. Stripped of everything that corrupted us. Stripped of everything that kept us from our divine connection. Stripped from anything that was keeping us impure. We have now proven ourselves that we can be trusted with what's about to be given. We see it now. We hold gratitude for everything in life. Reparations, indeed. Because this won't be used to elevate in the ways that the elites did. This is new positions of power. New positions of power being gifted to light workers. The reason I say new is there's not really been light workers placed in these positions. This is going to be new for the new world. And what is done with it is going to really change the way this world runs. The way this world works. Because it has been clarified. God has told me that there is going to come a time where homeless are not homeless. That there is so much abundance to go around that we should be investing it in resources to help those that don't have. And with these new positions of power being given, there is going to come a time where our children look back at us and go, what do you mean people used to not have homes? Our kids are going to look at us and be like, what? People didn't have homes? What do you mean people didn't have? They was living on the street? They was living outside? Like, not for fun? Not for... What? What do you mean people didn't have food? What do you mean people didn't have clean water? What? What do you mean people were paying outrageous prices for what the earth grows? What we're growing in our backyard right now? What? We got cucumbers out there. We got apple trees out there. What do you mean people didn't... That used to be criticized. That, like, people didn't have that. What? Like, there's going to come a time where the shit that has been happening with corrupt individuals in power is not happening. It's going to be written in history, where our kids look at it or read it or hear about it and they go, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean people can pay their rent and get food? What do you mean we were not sharing? What? There is going to come a time, it has been clarified to me by the Most High, that our children and our children's children are going to have a better world than we did. And they're going to look at the world that we lived through like a war zone, because it was. But we're here to change that. And with the positions being given, we're going to make the world a better place, not just for those that come after us, but for those, I know this is going to sound cheesy, but for those that were betting on us. I won't say cheesy, but we're making the world a better place for all those that didn't make it to see the world that way, but we're willing to try. Our ancestors are very proud. Be grateful for everything you have now, because our ancestors fought for what we have now. And we're about to make the world a better place for those that deserve a better world. And this is why we're here fighting for it. So this message is about everything that you have overcome in order to receive this position, this abundance, and your divine inheritance from every lifetime. But you need to understand what to do with it. And you're ready. You've been trusted with this. And now you know that if this message is resonating for you, why you had been up against the opposition that you had. And with this eclipse coming up, Don't get out of pocket. Don't let any individual have control over your emotions. They're attempting to taint your destiny and take it from you. Don't put them in a position to where they feel like they have it, because they won't ever get it unless you give it to them. Your destiny is yours, and you're due for a treat. And whoever was paying for this or anticipating this is in for a trick. Something's popping up by Halloween. I guess we'll read on it tomorrow. Maybe it'll come out over on TikTok. But whatever this is the entirety of this lifetime of dharma for those of you that have done the work, and karma for those of you that may be watching that are musky muskrats, or those that attempted to bind your energy and use it for their benefit to continually bypass karma. No longer will we be used as a shield against other energies' experience. Welcome to the New World Order. Welcome to God's world. And may God have mercy on those of you experiencing God's wrath. So, if I will not see you guys over on TikTok, I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, I love you guys. Remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and stay respectful, unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Jase would say, XXX Tentacion, hey! If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Vroom vroom. With your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy does it for us. So, until I see you guys next time, whenever I see you, I love you. I appreciate you. Stay prayed up, remain grounded, and remember how powerful you are. Your destiny is yours and you're walking in it. Welcome to the new world that comes with the way that we've ascended this planet into its greatest form. Its highest vibrational timeline. We're in it. You're in it. We're in it together. And we're going to continue to do the work necessary in order to make the world a better place. A world where there's no homeless or hungry. Just us hand in hand. And that's what these darker elites fear. And that's why we are the force of the divine. We are here to bring in this new world and to make sure it plays out according to plan. So stand your positions! Stand your positions. I love you guys. I appreciate you so very much. And I will see you again, if not over on TikTok, tomorrow. All right? So until then, bye.